Hello, welcome to this new video on a very interesting topic. You all are keen to invest in the new age technologies, right? Everyone is looking for EV batteries, semiconductors, um, EV OEMs, and also green hydrogen, this type of new age technologies. So, what I'm planning to make different videos on these different topics. Today, my topic is semiconductor. So, semiconductor, this terminology is very popular these days. Everyone in the investment fraternity are acquainted with this terminology. We come across last 1 year, 2 years rather, we come across the situation of shortage of semiconductor supply, which impacted many industries, specifically automobile in India, automobile production in India. Basically, semiconductor is, I would say, it's between conductor and resistance. Okay, so conductor means which conducts electricity, resistance which obstructs electricity. Semiconductor has a property in between that. I'm not getting into any technicalities in this particular video. In uh, sometime in the future, I will try to create a video of that kind. So let's try to hunt uh, what is going on in the semiconductor industry, what measure the government has taken uh, to boost up semiconductor production in India, because semiconductor is something which is absolutely absent in India. India is 100% reliant. Means so far India was 100% reliant on semiconductor import. Vietnam is a very sorry, Taiwan is a very popular producer of semiconductor. China is also one. India had no semiconductor production, and due to huge automobile market, say industry appliances, I mean kitchen appliances, let's say consumer electronics, all these industries consume semiconductors. And as India, all these markets are growing with the popular population of the country, this demand for all those, whether it is uh, automobile or consumer electronics or kitchen appliances, whether it is mobile phone, every device means all the gadgets, demand for all the gadgets are going up, automobile is going up, and in this scenario, demand for semiconductor is also parallelly going up. तो naturally क्या हो रहा है कि semiconductor, like we cannot keep relying on foreign sources for the semiconductor. So which companies have taken measure, or let's say come up to produce semiconductor, or setting up factories for manufacturing semiconductors in India? That is our point of discussion in this particular video. So for that, let me share my screen and let me show you. There are few firms, few companies who have taken this measure to set up semiconductor manufacturing greenfield unit for in India. So before that, it's very important that 10 billion cheap manufacturing scheme has been taken by government of India, and India offers a 50% capital expenditure subsidy, means 50% capex subsidy to successful applicants. Now, four names are coming in front of us as a successful bidder, or let's say not successful bidder, I would say successful applicant. One company, the first company which is visible in the screen is Kines Technology. Kines Technology. But before that, let me give a declaration that I do not have any buy, sell, hold recommendation on any of the stocks mentioned in this particular video. Uh, so please take any investment decision based on your own understanding, or take the help of a registered advisor. My purpose of making this video is simply academic for your understanding. So first company I'm taking is Kines Technology. The core business of this company is IoT. Core business of this company is EMS, means electronic manufacturing services. So this company is basically a electronic manufacturer, and specifically you would find that they are manufacturing advanced, means IoT enabled electronic manufacturing. So they provide lots of services. Their core business is embedded design, firmware, software, mechanical design, engineering services, prototyping, and regulatory means helping other companies to get regulatory certifications, etc. So this is Kines Technology. This company is setting up one semiconductor unit, but that is not a manufacturing unit, please note. They are basically setting up, this Kines Technology is setting up one semiconductor assembly and test unit. Semiconductor assembly and test unit. They are specifically mentioning it as outsourced semiconductor assembly and test unit, OSAT. The facility is setting up at Sanand, Gujarat. This is a greenfield facility, and the company has taken up a capex of INR 3,300 crore, 3,307 crore exactly. Capacity of this plant will be 6.3 million chip per day. But important, it's not a semiconductor manufacturing. They will be outsourcing several parts of the semiconductor, and will assemble here at Sanand. So this is Kines. The next company that is CG Power, and one thing is very important. Kines has already run up quite a lot. Let me show you. With the news of setting up or getting approval, or when this news started floating in the media that Kines is planning to set up, the stock price rallied quite a lot. So you can see it had a strong run up from 2,500 to 5,100, almost 90% run up in just 3 months, from May to September. May to September. Today is 12th September. From 10th May, price is visible. It was 2,500, and then it had a straight rally. So this is something one must consider. Okay, it has recently ran up quite a lot. Next company is CG Power. You all know this is the CG Power, which got demerged from Crompton Greaves. So this is the industrial system and power system manufacturer of Crompton Greaves, which got demerged later. They manufacture industrial systems catering to motors, drives, and railways. Contribute around 70% of the top line. Power system, which consists of transformer, switchgear, and other allied products, contributes rest 30% of to the top line. So CG Power is also venturing into the similar semiconductor manufacturing facility, but this time it's not an assembly semiconductor assembly test unit like Kines. They are into complete manufacturing. So they are setting up the plant, which is for complete manufacturing of semiconductor. Like nothing need to be imported. It will be 100% indigenous. So they are setting up a facility again at Sanand, Gujarat, like Kines, and their capex is 7,600 crore. Capacity is 15 million chip per day, and they have given a timeline for starting the production is 2.5 to 3 years. This is basically a joint venture. The CG Power has taken up the semiconductor manufacturing into a joint venture with a Japanese company called Renaissance Electronics and Thailand Stars Microelectronics. These three companies are basically making the joint venture because the company will take necessary technologies from this Japanese and Thailand company. But in the JV, the company stake is 92.34%. The next company which comes into radar, that is Tata Electronics. Basically, Tata Electronics is setting up two types of plants. One is the complete manufacturing plant. This is again in Gujarat, called in a place called Dholera. They will be manufacturing 50,000 wafers per month, and they will be spending 91,000 crore. So it's a huge capex the company has allocated towards the semiconductor manufacturing. And Tata Group itself is very big, and they consume lots of semiconductors because of their consumer electronics business, because of their big globally spread automobile business. So very, very relevant for Tata Electronics for the fulfilling the demand of the parent group. Tata Electronics is also setting up one semiconductor chip assembly and testing unit at Jagi Road, Assam. So big development in Assam with this, which is very important, and this is going to change, or let's say improve, the economic condition of Assam. This plant is coming up. So 27,000 crore of capex has been allocated towards this semiconductor assembly unit. The company will be manufacturing 48 million chips per day. Next company is an Israel-based Tower Semiconductor. So this company actually earlier applied for manufacturing, for setting up their plant in India for semiconductor manufacturing, but which was rejected by the government because they had a tie-up with Intel for some chip manufacturing earlier, and that is why government has turned down their approach. But this time, India government has taken initiative and visited Israel and made the management of Tower Semiconductor to invite them to setting up their plant. Now, Tower Semiconductor has allocated, or let's say has declared USD 8 billion of capex of investment for 65 nanometer and 40 nanometer chip manufacturing in India. So this is also important, but I think it has not received final approval so far from the government. And next company is Vedanta Semiconductors Private Limited. The company has they are basically going to set up the semiconductor manufacturing in phases. Basically, the company has allocated 80 billion US dollar of overall investment for a semiconductor manufacturing plant. So this will be again a full manufacturing, not an assembly unit. The company has indicated 40 nanometer of CMOS based semiconductor fab in the new plant with a USD 5 billion of investment in phase one, when overall investment, as I already mentioned, USD 20 billion. So basically, what I understood that they will be starting with some 300 nanometer, and afterwards that will come to 40 nanometer, and finally 28 nanometer of chip manufacturing. Capacity, initial phases, after phase one, I think their capacity is going to be 30,000 to 40,000 wafers per month. And the timeline has been given by the management as 2.5 years. So these are the companies who are into semiconductor manufacturing. Now you have to be very choosy in terms of your investment into this type of industry. Obviously, future is very prominent, but we have to be very cautious in terms of its valuation, its opportunity. Timeline is very important uh, because discounting will be done based on the timeline. So obviously, you have to be very, very cautious about the valuation, kind of revenue addition, kind of investment, everything you have to take into consideration before making any investment decision. So that was it in this particular video. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, and please keep watching my upcoming videos as well. Thank you for your valuable time.